What's good, YouTube? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, my peopleizations. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into this, man. We're going to have the phone lines open. We're going to talk about it, man. Smash the like button. What's good, my peopleizations? My niece. My niece. Smash the like button. What we got in the building? Vin D. Evan Smith. Yo, yo, Kyle Brown, salute. Yo, Blue Blood. Yo, toolbox broke. Yo, Blue Blood. Yo, toolbox broke. My toolbox. Irvin Jones, salute. Jermaine Mitchell. J. Giovanni 86, salute. Burgess Meredith, salute. Kyle Brown, salute. Bravo J, salute. What's shaking? What's shaking? What's shaking? Gutter TV, salute. Young World, salute. Cause I need a oh, yeah, I like that one, bro. You know what? I'm gonna rinse you up just for that. That was cool. Brutal, salute. The red, gold. Denard Reed, salute, salute. I like that. I like how you put that. Johnny Player, salute. Tariq Smith, salute. Anu Supreme, salute. Chris Garcia, salute. Mr. Hebrew 19. Instead of everyone blanking on Floyd, they should take a good look. They should take the good with the bad. What I mean is they should be doing the thorough glove checks like he and Madonna. He should do Olympic style drug testing. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, you're 1,000% right. You're 1,000% right, man. Tanya Roberts, salute. Gravy Davy, salute. Jose Holgun, Holguin. Of course, they check the gloves. Yep. Bobby Collins, salute. Brandon Corey Williams, salute. Kevin Wilson, salute. Fernando Diaz, salute. Yeah, man. Elias Sanchez, Kev Harris, salute, salute, salute. So I'm gonna say this, man. You know, a lot of people say, you know, a lot of people say, you know, there should be thorough glove checks, and of course they check the gloves, and they pass it off as a foregone conclusion. Chris Mills, salute. It gets passed off as a foregone conclusion, as if you know it's not possible for anything to get past them. Kevin Fluker, Destin Taylor, salute, which is false, right? Because we've seen situations slip through the cracks. How could that be if everything is on the up and up? Chewy Coronado, salute. I can't, you know, y'all know what it is. Alex Contreras, salute. H-Town 713. Chuck Pease, salute. What's good, Chuck? Smash the like button. Let's get into this, man. Telvin Jones, salute. So, like I said, man, C. Hurst, salute. Um, you know, we do stuff like pass stuff off as a foregone conclusion, right? Uh, um, But we have to keep in mind and and stay aware of the fact that you know things happen in the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing is not you know there's no it's not governed like other sports, right? There's no commission. There's no like the NBA has one commissioner, one overseer, Mr. Born Again, salute. The NFL has one overseer. NHL, Major League Baseball, AJRX, salute. It's not perfect, but then we got to say none of them are perfect. Smash the like button. We got 120 people. Let's get 120 likes. None of them are perfect, right? Jermaine Johnson, salute. No boxing board of governors, right? Going fishing, salute. He said, "What's boxing without a bit of drama?" You're right. Ambrose Dotson, salute. You're right. But with that said, you know, um, we can't dismiss anything that takes place within the sport of boxing. We can't do it. We can't overlook anything that takes place within the sport of boxing. So, Omar Hamilton, salute. New media, salute. Said, take the gloves off high and kiss each other. Can't the blood touch the raps at that time? It can. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. But, you know, um, my thing is this, right? Why is this not ringing on the inside, man? My thing is this. Why is it only on the left hand wrap, not on the right? You understand what I'm saying? Gaming God 1990, salute. I don't think Fury had cheating tactics though. He hit with the left wrist. So if you punch him with the left wrist and your fist is in the left wrist, then that's a causes a problem, right? If your fist is in the wrist area, one hit a quitter, salute. Zeldilium, salute. He said the zone notice. Live streaming now. Booba be Corona suspended. Live streaming now. Booba. Coronavirus suspends Major League Baseball. Yep. Wow. It's suspended? Boxing is suspended? JMJ 2121. Salute. Uh no disrespect taken, my good brother. So Zelda Liam, are they announced they suspended boxing? Wow. Wow. So Chilltown Major, salute. Peace and blessings to you, King. Uh like 74, salute. More points, salute. Wow, man. Thank you for that information. So that means Zelda am I pronouncing your name right, bro? Z Delium. Zedelium. Am I pronouncing that right? Johnny Player, salute. Adrian Foe, salute. Chantel Hill, salute. One hitter quitter, salute. Zedelium. Z Zedelium, right? So he said that they announced right now that they have suspended the sport of boxing. Lion Hunt, salute. And I told people last night, I made the video last night, Zeldilium. Zeldilium. Salute. Thank you. Why is this not ringing on the inside, man? I want to take the calls, but it's not connecting like I wanted to. So he said that they suspended the sport of boxing. So that means Shakur Stevenson versus Miguel Mariaga is canceled. Right? Hold on one second, my peoples. Guys, go on the porch. Go on the porch. Yeah, my kid's running around, man. It's not that warm out here. So I made a video yesterday and I said that, Frank Silva, salute. I said this yesterday. I said that, I believe that it would be canceled. Why? Because the Knicks are the biggest attraction at Madison Square Garden. And if the Knicks get canceled, come on, I salute to you, my good brother. If the Knicks get canceled, everything at Madison Square Garden is going to get canceled. Steve Mega, Retro 4 for Life 79 Boston, salute. What's good with y'all? LaBoy Brown, salute. I see nothing but fists. Good. Big Bang Boston News, salute. Matthew Trot, salute. He said, any news Wilder thinks of the gloves? He's doing his due diligence. Jamil Allen, salute. So, Patrick Pachant, Frank Silva, salute. Uh, um, the Dazzling Urbanite, salute. So I said this yesterday. Smash the like button, man. We got 200 people. Let's get 200 likes, man. Smash the like button. Then we're going to open the phone lines. I'm trying to get this to connect. We're going to get the phone lines. Dwayne Yosef, salute. And we're going to talk about everything, man. We're going to talk about this the left wrist. You can see there's stains on the left palm, but there's no stains on the right one. Ironically enough, we know the issue with the gloves is that is the left glove. So ironically, the left wrap has stains on it. The right wrap has nothing on it. But everybody's gonna say it's a coincidence. Boxing goes salute. You know, and then we have to look at then we have to look at the advantages and disadvantages. Yep, I just got the notification. Due to the coronavirus pandemic and to ensure the health and safety of boxing fans, Top Rank announced today that the March 14th and March 17th events at Hulu Theater and Madison Square Garden will proceed without spectators. The only individual granted access to the event will be essential productions and support staff, in addition to fighters and necessary team members. Both events will be shown live on their respective ESPN platforms. So they're going to push forward with the fight, but they're not going to have an audience. Frank Stoner, salute. So they're going to push forward with the fight. Elite Trans United, salute. Salute to the Shot Town. Salute. Ambrose Dotson, salute. Dwayne Yosef, salute. Chantel Hill, salute. So there won't be no media. There won't be any media. There won't be any fans. I don't understand what's the point. Listen, if you're taking that much precaution, right? If you're doing that, the underrated darkness, salute. Why would you push so forward? So essentially, like, and I love the sport of boxing, but health first. Salute to my brother Bish B Megastar in the building. Devon Hilliard, salute. So here's the thing, right? Marcus Priest, salute. My brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell, salute. P Boxer, salute. Go subscribe to my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell. The real Yossi, salute. So now you're talking about me personally, like, yeah, you're not gonna get it. That's we know how they do, my brother, my good brother. So let's think about this, right? No audience, no media, no cameras, no live recordings. What kind of right? Like I don't understand. Kenny Matt, salute. So you doing it for the safety of everybody, but then you're gonna have guys trading bodily fluid, to say the least. Right? Like how I mean, whatever. And then your team and his team, we don't know who they interacted with, right? The cameramen have to be there. Big Green 72, salute. So now think about this, right? The cameramen have to be there. Do you know who the cameraman interacted with? DSF G38 Outbox, salute. Colin Humphrey, salute. Vusi Twala, salute. Salute to South Africa. LaBoy Brown, salute. So we don't know who they interacted. It's the safety of everybody. Michael Williams, salute. Doesn't matter, salute. So anyway, man, let's open up the phone lines. I want to get everybody's thoughts, man. I want to talk about it. Let me see if the phone lines are working. Why is it not working, man? What's your name? Where you calling from? My brother, what's good with you, King?
What's good with you, Blue? How you doing?
I'm good, King. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's my brother Jay Cooley on the line, man. Go ahead and cook, man.
I'm cooking on this Terrence and Spence, man. I really think that the fight might happen at 154, man.
You think so?
It's getting too big. Yeah, and I think after Pacquiao, he really ain't no sense. You know, he can fight Bud, but like Bud said, the money ain't there. It's too big, man. He gonna go up to 154, man. I'm shooting for Canelo and Spence, man. 2022.
So you think Spence is just gonna outgrow the fight then?
Just gonna go outgrow the fight.
Wow.
Bob ain't paying nobody to for fight Bud. Man, come on, he might well just give it up.
But you think Bud gonna go up to 54 though?
No, Bud gonna retire. This is what I think. After Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez undisputed, Bob gonna get undisputed versus undisputed, and Bud done.
Wow, man. So we never gonna get that fight, you don't think?
Never.
Man, that's disturbing, man. We need that fight, man.
We need it, but it ain't gonna happen. And how I look at it, because it would have been happening, you know. You know what I'm saying?
But we gotta keep in mind, Spence had this. He suffered the setback, you know, and then now we gotta see how he looked. But that's a lot of money, man, for them to leave on the table, man.
I feel you on that. But hey, it's business before anything.
That's a fact.
But yeah, that's my call, man. Much love. Keep grinding, man. Salute to the LDBC. Salute to the chat. And man, keep doing what you're doing, Blue.
Salute to you, King. I appreciate you. That's my brother Jay Cooley right there. That's the brother Jay Cooley right there, man. I know this good brother been trying to call in, man, but it wasn't connected. Let's get him in here. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, man? Taiwan. I'm calling out of Jersey.
Salute to New Jerusalem, man.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right. You had a question, or you want me to just go right into what the topic is about?
You could go ahead and cook, brother.
I definitely think something was abnormal with Tyson Fury gloves. I mean, you don't gotta be a genius to see that.
Right.
Something was definitely wrong with those gloves, man. So, you know, if they get to the bottom of it, I'm sure they'll come out with something, because that's just not normal for boxing gloves to be doing what his was doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? As far as Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, I definitely think Errol Spence should take a light tune up just to see where he at before he get in there with Bud. I would definitely like to see Bud fight Kell Brook. You know, I think that'd be his real true test at the welterweight division. What
you think about the Sean Porter and Bud fight though?
That would be a good fight for Bud. I think that would be a good fight for Bud. Styles make fights. Sean Porter definitely make it uncomfortable for anybody. You know what I mean? As far as Pacquiao, I think Pacquiao should stay away from all them dudes. Maybe fight Mikey Garcia. You know, he's more his side. You know, I think Pac should take that road, because if he jump in there with one of them monsters, man, that, you know, it could be bad for him. I mean, I respect Pat. He looked good against Thurman, but I think he should stay away from them top monsters at the welterweight division like that.
And I think that he's gonna take the Mikey Garcia fight, but we know he gonna have to eventually jump in there with either Errol or Terrence. He gonna have to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I would prefer him fight Bud over Spence. If he fights Spence, that could be real bad for him. I'll give him a slight chance against Bud. I'm not saying he'll beat him, but I definitely my chances he would do better against Bud than he would against Spence, in my opinion.
And you basing that because of the size, right?
The size, absolutely, yeah. Size different. Yeah, yeah. So you know, that's where I'm at with it, man. But I definitely want to see somebody like Danny Garcia. I don't know what is he doing. Like I don't even.
I believe that it's going to be Danny Garcia and Errol in June or July.
Okay, that's cool. I would like to see that.
Yeah,
I would definitely like to see that.
I think that's the perfect. I don't want to call Danny a tune-up, you know,
right.
but that's you know, it's not the fight of the magnitude of him and Crawford or him and Pacquiao.
Absolutely.
But it's a big fight. It's big enough to keep the fans interested.
Mm-hmm.
And it's man, I don't want to say it's not as big as a risk as
I know what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So
yeah,
you know, I like the Danny Garcia fight because you know, and his styles. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia is not, you know, he's not too active. He's not gonna use a lot of angles. It's not as difficult of a fight stylistically for Errol as Manny and Terrence because of the angles and the foot movement. They're gonna, you know, it's gonna take a lot. He gonna have to be not that he don't have to be 100% against Danny, but he gonna have to be 120% against them because they're gonna come with different angles and different, you know, they're gonna give him different looks. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right.
And you know, I'm not counting Pac out, man. I love Pac, I really do, and he's very tricky. But I just think at some point, man, Father Time catches up with everybody. You know what I mean?
Father Time undefeated.
Yeah. So you know, I would definitely. But yeah, Errol Spence and Danny Garcia, I would like to see that fight with Errol just to see where he at.
Right. Especially you know, and I happen to think that things worked out perfect for Errol Spence and Danny Garcia for this fight because this fight was going to be made regardless, you know, January 25th. Remember, they were supposed to fight. And the fans wasn't going to be happy with it at that point in time because Errol came off of that big victory in Sean Porter, and the fans felt like it was time to see Errol and Terrence. You know?
Terrence, right.
But now that he coming off of this, you know, he suffered that horrific car accident. You know, it's the perfect situation because now it's like you can't blame him. You can't be mad at that fight. You can almost be. You got to be, you know, respected for fighting that level of a fighter coming off of such a horrific situation. So it's a win-win for both guys. You know what I'm saying? Errol, Danny gets a shot back at the titles, and Errol gets, you know, to fight Danny Garcia, which he always wanted to, and that's a big name still for his resume. So it's perfect.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I appreciate you calling in, good brother.
Oh man, no problem. Thank you,
sir.
Man. You enjoy the rest of your day.
No doubt. You too. Don't be a stranger.
Okay, cool.
All right, bro. All right, good brother. Peace. That's the good brother Taiwan, man. Salute to that good brother, man. Hey, call in. Bronky M, salute. I don't know why it sounds like that, man. Let's call back Jessica Hopkins. She's calling in. Let's see. So, you know, for me, that's the perfect fight. That's the perfect situation. It's the perfect scenario. You know what I mean? Hey, listen.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on with you, man?
This Blue Blood?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, Blue Blood, man?
What's good with you, good brother?
This Mr. Hebrew 19.
Yes, sir. Oh, what's shaking with you, King?
Yeah, man, I'm chilling now from St. Louis, Missouri.
Ain't nothing, man. I had to hit you back. I saw we missed the call, so I wanted to hit you back.
Yeah, man, I just want to get straight into it, man. I want to give a message out to everybody. I want everybody to know that to don't be shocked if we don't get a Wilder and Fury trilogy or the Errol Spence Crawford fights, any super fights. What y'all got to understand is, man, if this virus continues to get worse, that means it's going to be worse on the things that we like to do in our lives, including watching boxing, watching basketball. Trump is already talking about he wants to martial law the country and leave everything in the federal hands. And when he calls a state of emergency, the state of emergency can last for a year, which means there won't be an election. If this coronavirus is a plague, and I feel like they trying to push an agenda, and it's like damn near the end of our lives for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So unless they get this virus under control, a lot of things that we like to do, watch, see, do with our kids, it's finna be put to an end, man. So I just don't want everybody putting their eggs in one basket and really thinking that we might get this Wilder Trilogy fight. If you see we can't get where we at now, and they already dispersing people out the crowds and trying to put only 2 boxers with no crowd or basketball with no crowd. Just imagine how bad it'll be 3 to 4 months from now if they haven't gotten it under control.
You're right. You're right, man. Apparently, I'm getting mixed news as mixed reports. There's some people saying that boxing has been canceled, and then I got a report that said that the fight is going to take place this weekend with Shakur Stevenson and Mariaga. Just no going to be no crowd, So
yeah,
I mean, eventually it's going to come to nothing, right?
Correct.
And it's truly a scary time, man. It's truly, I think people are just taking it too lightly. We're taking it too lightly. Yeah, I'm seeing them.
This is going to happen, Blue. And I want everybody to hear me that's listening. I'm going to give you the exact timeline. It's going to be the coronavirus, which is now. Then Trump is going to call a state of emergency. Okay? Then we're going to get some special guy that think he has the problems the solution to everyone's problem. And I'm not going to say who that is. I'm going to let everybody figure it out. And then he's going to require everyone to take a chip. You know what I'm saying? This chip is going to have your DNA. This chip is going to have your money. You can't buy, work, or sell without this chip. And that's what everything is coming to. The dollar amount is already going down. They already putting chips in your phones and your credit card. So like we've already been dumbed down to not really using a dollar. You feel what I'm saying? So they are literally attacking our lives inside and out, bro. And this is exactly what's going on.
Yep. I agree with you,
I hate it, bro. Like, Blue, actually, bro, I want you to listen, bro. I quit boxing. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I quit boxing. I boxed for 10 years, and I literally quit boxing because I didn't want to sell my soul, and it's like I knew what was going to come in these coming years, and everything is literally happening.
Yep.
It's sad, bro.
Hey, good brother, inbox me on Instagram, man.
I'm the inbox you. I got you.
All right.
Thank you, Blue Blood.
Yeah, cause I want to build with you about some stuff too, man.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right, good brother.
Shout out Blue Bloods, man. TV, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Smash that like button.
Yes, sir. Yeah, inbox me right now.
I got you.
All right.
Send me the information.
It's Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word.
All right.
All right, good brother. Yeah, man, this situation, and Kieran and Alexis, salute. Oh, man, I don't know why it's doing this, man. Kieran and Alexis, salute. B Cherry, salute. KP from KC, salute. Yeah, man, we taking this too lightly. Local African, old snap, Retro Rob, salute. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, it's your boy Yazzie again, man. What's happening?
What's good with you, King? How you feeling?
Good. I just got a question about Wilder because I know you're real close with him.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, all right? Hey, my people, smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. We got 400 people. We should have 400 likes. Get the likes up to 400. I missed the super chat, too. Salute to Rashid Muhammad in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Smash that like button, man. Abu Khalik Harrisel, salute. Go ahead, good brother.
Okay, I know you can't say too much. I know you talked to Wilder, right?
Uh-huh.
We got it, man. Did he say anything about the conspiracy? Because it's thousands, millions of people talking about it. I know he's seeing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he know about it.
Did he have anything to say about what he's going to do? Does he not believe it?
Well,
What's his thoughts?
I can't get into that, but he know
And
that's
he's
right.
not happy about it.
Yeah, no, he not happy about a lot of things, but he know.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
But and as far as the trilogy, I think Wild is coming back with a vengeance. I I don't want to jinx what the last guy just said about the coronavirus. I really pray that doesn't happen. I think we can get it under control, but you just never know. Because at this time, our NBA game, you don't know what's going to come next.
And you know they canceled the NHL, the Major League Baseball, all the major sports are canceled now.
Wow.
And they canceled the March Madness, the NCAA tournament.
What?
Yeah, that's canceled too.
I hope this doesn't happen for Wilder. Cause no disrespect to everything else, but I think Wilder was the biggest event of this whole year.
It was mega, man. It was, it was the Super Bowl, promoted it. It was, that was a big fight, man. Let me tell y'all something. And I didn't. I'm glad you brought me to this point because I didn't really talk too much about this, but the fight was so big. I missed the weigh-in, and I was in the arena.
Wow.
I'm gonna say y'all again. I was in the hallway interviewing Teofimo Lopez. Adrian Broner was out there with me. Ellie Setback was out there with me. Devin Haney and Bill Haney were out there. Michael James 616 salute. A lot of people was out there in the hallway because we's in the hallway. If you never been to the MGM, you could take the elevator down or you could walk right into the arena. And we were standing right there where you could either go to the elevator and take the downstairs way in. That's where the media goes, or you could go where the fans go and pay your ticket. And so we were standing right in that threshold, right there, right? And we was talking. The weigh-in didn't start yet, and by the time we felt like it was working its way there, everybody's tried to go in. It was shut down. It was shut down to the
Wow.
point where the fire marshals came. The fire marshals came. People was getting in without tickets. They wasn't letting media in. Mauricio Suleiman from the WBC was left out on the outside. He eventually got in. I don't know how he got in, but they wasn't letting. There was a representative from Top Rank, a high-ranking representative from Top Rank. I don't want to say his name, but he was outside the door with me. And there was a lot of people stuck on the outside, man. So,
Do you think the trilogy will be even bigger, or do
oh, it's
you
gonna be
think
even
because the
bigger.
Wild is long?
It's gonna be even bigger.
Oh,
Just off of the strength and salute to CP in the super chat. Appreciate you. It's gonna be even bigger because all of this stuff we talking about right now is just making it
like
bigger.
that first fight is at 7 million views. I don't even think I've ever seen Wilder's fight get that many views.
Right. And
He's got a
remember,
bigger star because of this.
right. And then on top of it, DB salute, 704 Joe salute, and remember this, right? The first fight, 10 million people illegally streamed it. So
And I only
imagine.
got like 300 pay-per-view buys,
Right.
300K.
Right. So imagine what it's going to do with everything surrounding it right now. Well, all of this stuff about the glove, all of this stuff about it's all good press for them. It's all big enough, making the fight that much bigger. Mahari Nation Sports Podcast salute. It's just making it that much bigger. It's because it's piquing your interest. Why? Because now people want to see. Oh, Kenny, was he really clean, or did he do this? Did the suit really affect Wilder? Was something really? You understand what I'm saying? So the
Well, I have two issues I want to speak on.
okay.
One issue on it really hurt me, and I watched the weigh-ins live. It hurt me how in Wilder's own country the whole crowd booed him for the biggest fight of his life.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt me, number one. Another thing that hurt me, number two, is he didn't look right before the fight even started.
Mm-hmm.
If you know about Wilder's fight, he always jumps over the ropes. And people are going to say, oh, we're just making excuses. he could not get over the rope of his team guy. He had to tell him to pull it down for him to get over.
Mm-hmm.
And when he took his mask off, he was sweating. He kept rubbing his eyes, and he did not have a minute like he did, like let's say against Stavern too or Brazil. There was no menacing look in his face. He was sweating. He looked the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Something maybe or Wilder knows and not saying anything. I don't care what nobody says. Even on ESPN, they said something was wrong with him. He was not 100% that night.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt me too, man.
Yep.
Along with the cheating, it was just, I think, TV said it, the recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm. It's like you said,
fate, man,
so this it's just going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger, good brother. Believe that.
Yeah, man.
But I appreciate you calling in, man. Don't be a stranger.
Wow, all love, man.
Yes, sir. Salute to you. Peace. So, the fight's just gonna. I'm back on my grind, man. So y'all see, I drink 2 of these a day, man. 2 of these a day. This is a half a gallon of water filled up. I drink 2 of these a day, man. Equals a gallon of water, and that don't even include my amino acids and just regular water. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, it's the underrated one, New York.
What's shaking? New York in the building.
No doubt. I'm in VA right now, but yo, what's going on, Boo Blood?
Man, I'm just trying to be like you, King.
Man, don't be like me, man. I'm alright.
I'm just trying to be like you.
But I want to cook on something, Boo Blood.
Hold on 1 second before you cook. Hey, man, we got 450 people, man. Smash the like button, man. We don't even have 250 likes. That means 200 people just sitting there watching without smashing the like button, man. Come on. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. Let's get them likes up to 450, my peopleizations. Let's do it. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, man. Smash that like button for the blue, man. Come on, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I want to cook on something, man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to Spence first, man.
Okay.
We would like to see the Bud fight. I do, too. But get back to Sean Porter and Bud not wanting to fight him. What's up with that?
Man.
Why you scared? Why you scared, Bud? And everybody say you hopping on Bud. Nah, man, if you want to fight the best right there.
I agree.
We gotta understand. Ever since Bud came to the welterweight, he hasn't fought really anybody that is really relevant.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't. We got to call it as it is. I would like Spence to take a tune up and fight. And that's all I can say for that. But now we get back to cheating and Furry. He has a long history of cheating. Why are we so surprised of that? We already see evidence of some sparring partners that he actually takes the pattern out the glove.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. But I'm just saying like this history in boxing, the media has never respected the black boxer anyway. This going on for a long time. So we gotta understand, we gotta do our history. Only thing is just everything just modernized right now. So now I'm just saying, just do our history and just understand, man, that we still gotta keep pressure on these sanctions. We gotta keep the pressure on. Only we just saying as the black boxing fans, just be fair. That's it. Just be fair.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not gonna be fair, we gonna keep on coming.
Mm-hmm.
Not let up. And that's all I'm gonna say about Blue Bud. Keep on doing your thing.
Appreciate you, King.
Underway one is out.
Yes, sir. Don't be a stranger, King.
No doubt.
Peace.
Got you.
So, my thing is this, man. P Boxing, salute. Man, I don't know why this thing be doing this, man. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Antoine from Kepler House.
Salute, salute. What's good with you, King?
Nothing much, man. I was calling in for the issue as far as the cheating that Tyson Fury doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, at first I said, wow, he did good in the first fight. He didn't even need to cheat, whatever, but come to find out that, he had, the gloves was funny in the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they figured that Wilder is so dangerous and stuff, that with that right hand, they got to get around it and do a cheating way, to get him out of there.
Right.
And it's sad though what the way the WBC should have just went in and did more investigation, because they in that glove it's like an open fist at the end, in the middle. So that so that's more punching power for him to Luther weigh him down.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
you
so
know, and my thing is this, man. I put up that thumbnail for a reason, right? Uh, 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 and my thing is this: the left glove is the issue, right?
yeah,
And when you look at the picture I just put up, his left wrap in the palm area, right here in the wrist area, is stained, right? But
yeah,
the right one is clean. So I had somebody actually comment and say the reason it's that way is because Wilder was injured, and so his fluid was leaking in Fury's glove, and that's why it stained it. I mean, see, these are the things that people come up with instead of just wanting to say there's some foul play there. Now, like I said, like I tell people, did it have an effect on the outcome of the fight, the win and loss? We'll never know, right? Johnny Clock, salute. We'll never know, right? But we do know any type of and here's the thing, right? In any type of sport, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, right? That's in all sports, right? In football, right? I played corner, I played linebacker, I played lineman, right? I want to get a head start if I'm on the defensive line. By the time the center hike the ball, I want to get right up as soon as he hike it, right? I want an advantage. Everybody in sports wants an advantage, right? When I play cornerback, right, I want to tip or which way and what route the receiver's gonna run. When I'm up against him, I need to know if he leaned too far forward. If he's on his back foot. It's a run. You understand what I'm saying? And so this
yeah,
goes in basketball. You try to you go to a step back, right? Shaq, okay, we can use Shaq, right? Shaq in the post, he would turn and twist with his elbows, right? So now his elbows forcing you to get out the way. So he turned when he turned into the paint, he used his elbow to turn in, right? So that's not completely fair, right? It's unfair because he's hitting you with your elbow. He's not just backing you down and spinning and dunking, right? He turning with his elbow. You bend down to get up in their chest and bang them back. So if you're not cheating, you're not trying in any type of sport. So, but what we're saying is, just admit that there was some foul play there. That's all, right?
yeah.
That we can see. Don't tell us that our eyes don't see what we see. Is the thing. That's ultimately the thing. That's where the problem comes in. You see his glove flipping and flapping and looking like a fish out of water, just flapping everywhere, right? But then people tell you that that's not what you see. That's where the problem comes in. Don't tell me that's not what I see. Now, if this had an effect on him or not, on Wilder or not, don't tell me I don't see his left glove having an issue in both fights. His left glove having an issue in the Christian Hammer fight. His left glove having an issue in the Derek Chisora fight. Now I've seen that. His left glove having an issue in the there's some sort of alleged evidence that he had some type of situation with the Klitschko fight. And now, we know in the Klitschko fight, he wasn't clean. So there's so many different things, right? But the problem comes in is where they try to tell us that's not what we're seeing. That's where the problem comes in. You understand what I'm saying? But go ahead, good brother. I'm sorry I cut you off.
Yeah. I understand that, Blue. But I'm just saying, with that open glove that was open, and remember, he hit him in the back of the head, you know what I mean, with that fight with that open glove.
Mm-hmm.
And and that's probably like almost like an open fist, a half an open fist right there with the glove. It might have affected him a little bit. Not, and that's what's kind of like messed the fight up a little bit, because he probably never got hit that hard, in the back of the head before.
Mm-hmm. And even that punch behind the head, right? So that was the right punch. So the right glove of Fury, we never saw an issue, but it was an illegal punch. Yes. And does that happen in fights when boxers duck their head down? Yes, it happens. My issue with that whole thing was that he was hit. The first of all, initially we figured that, we're saying that, there's issue with the left glove. You understand? Afro Caesar salute. There's issue with the left glove, and so then he hit him in the mouth with the left glove. And ironically, for every action there's a reaction. His lip starts bleeding. Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't a. But this is what I have. I question people with. They say it had no effect. Him doing that gives him no advantage. It actually puts Fury at a different disadvantage. Okay. Well, if that's the case, when he hits him with the wrist, why does Wilder lip start bleeding if it didn't have no effect?
Yeah,
and then he hits him behind the head, and Wilder falls forward, and the ref calls it a knockdown. That that's not a knockdown, for one. Now, I'm not saying, again, I'm going to say this again, I'm not saying this I'm going to have an effect on him winning and losing, but we cannot deny what we see. You hit him with the wrist area, his lip immediately starts bleeding. But they're telling us his fist wasn't in the wrist area. There's nothing wrong with the glove. All right, so then why would my lips start bleeding and my mouth start bleeding? It wasn't just bleeding. It was gushing, right? His lip was hanging. So, okay, so he hit him with that and immediately starts bleeding. Then he hits him behind the head, right? And he falls forward. And he looks at the ref immediately. Was he hurt? Anybody tell me, was he hurt in the first knockdown? No, he wasn't. You see the first knockdown, he wasn't hurt, right? He was still aware. He was still looking up at the ref. He's saying to the ref, hey, man, he just hit me behind the head. So then he gets up. They call it a knockdown. Right? Okay, so now what that does in a fight, that puts pressure on a fighter when he gets knocked down, or any boxer, because now they automatically know that they're behind on the cards.
Yeah.
Right? So now you get out of character. You understand? The game plan sometimes go out the window when that takes place. And so we're not making up excuses. We just want to point out the obvious. That's all.
Yeah, you're right, bro. But I'm just saying, it's just like, it's a whole lot of trickery and boxing, and I feel like they really wanted that man to lose, though. You know what I mean? And, because he was a dangerous fight, even though he had just only the right hand. But it's like, you gotta cheat or do all that because you're scared of the right hand.
He's a limited boxer, but
Tyson got the skills to actually didn't even need to be afraid of the right hand. Tyson pretty moving around as like Muhammad Ali. He was doing some damage to Wilder in that first fight.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need to do the tricking with the gloves and everything.
Right.
But it's sad though, man. He just gotta if they do a Trilogy, man, Wilder needs to go either dress the gloves, and if his gloves are good in that first fight, and the same outcome comes in a second fight, well, yeah, ain't no excuse.
Right. It's just chalk it up as a loss. It just is what it is. No, Muhammad Ali lost. Come on.
Yeah.
There's only one person that we point to when we talk about wins and losses, and gets excuse, and that's Floyd Mayweather. Mike Tyson lost. Lennox Lewis lost to Hasim Rahman and Oliver McCall. Nobody confused them with having the same talent as Lennox Lewis or upper echelon of the heavyweight division. No disrespect to them. Okay, Muhammad Ali lost to Spence when he only had 7 fights. You understand? George Foreman lost. Evander Holyfield lost. Riddick Bowe lost. Mike Tyson lost. They all lost. So I get confused when people say, "Well, he lost and nobody could accept it." No, they all lost. I don't have a favorite fighter outside of Floyd Mayweather that didn't lose, and majority of them lose multiple times. So, Juan Manuel Marquez, one of my favorite fighters, he lost. Another fighter of mine that I don't believe took a loss in his career was Pernell Whitaker. I think that Pernell Whitaker was duped in a lot of his decisions because I thought he beat Oscar De La Hoya. I thought he beat Chavez. You know, a lot of those losses that he had. You know, Roy Jones' age. You know, one of the biggest, and I'm gonna say this right. One of the biggest pills for me to swallow was Roy Jones getting knocked out by Antonio Tarver. Roy Jones was one of my favorite all-time fighters. Yeah. Watching him get knocked out by Tarver was the ultimate toughest thing in my boxing. As being a fan of the sport of boxing, was one of the toughest things for me to accept.
Yeah, he went downhill after that.
There was no rhyme or reason for it. He got knocked smooth out. Then he got knocked out by Glenn Johnson. Then he just kept getting knocked. That was hard to watch. Right?
Yeah.
But yet, I never stopped being a fan of Roy Jones. I never stopped supporting Roy Jones. I never thought that every fight after that, I still thought Roy Jones was going to win every fight after that. So when people say stuff like, "Oh, y'all just mad because Wilder lost," no, I still think he's gonna win the trilogy. You understand what I'm saying? Or he goes into a fight with Joshua. I still think he'll beat Joshua. I still think he beat Dillian White. So regardless if he have a loss in that second column, he didn't get knocked down a peg in my book, and he lost to arguably the best heavyweight of this generation. In Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury dethroned Vladimir Klitschko. Now he dethroned Deontay Wilder. I don't think Anthony Joshua could beat Tyson Fury, and I don't think Dillian White or any of these other guys could beat Tyson Fury. So losing to Tyson Fury in my book, it's not the worst thing in the world. So people confuse that, with having hard feelings. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the obvious. It's the obvious, right? Don't tell me I don't see his glove flapping around. I can show my 8-year-old son and he'll say, "Hey, Dad, look, what's wrong with his glove?" As soon as I showed him, I showed my son the video. Hey, my son, just to make sure that I'm not, just being, naive. So I show people that don't know. My son knows about boxing, but I show him just to watch this video, and the first thing he said was, "Hey, Dad, what's wrong with his glove?" He's 8 years old. So you gonna tell me grown men that's 25 and older can't see that there's something wrong with that? Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you calling in, good brother.
I hope we win the trilogy, though, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight.
The black boxer that we got in the heavyweight division, Charles Martin ain't really that good. Then you got the other guy, Jabba. He coming up. We don't know when he'll get a title shot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like going downhill. So he was our last hope, unless they come up. And Dubois, he out there. He's a Britain fighter. He's pretty good, but he is Britain.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all the people left.
Yeah, and I appreciate you calling in, good brother. Don't be a stranger.
All right, man. Thanks, please.
Yes, sir. Another fight that was hard, another tough pill for me to swallow, was Bernard Hopkins losing to Joe Calzaghe. I just knew Bernard Hopkins was going to beat Joe Calzaghe. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey man, my name is Richard. I'm calling from San Diego.
Okay, salute to San Diego, man. I always wanted to go to San Diego. It's my dream place, man. I ain't never been there.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I hear the weather is 75 and it's always 75, man.
Man, usually never go below 70.
Oh man. See that, man? I gotta come to San Diego, man. See, I done been to I've been to LA countless of times but I need to get to San Diego. But go ahead and cook, good brother. What's on your
Yeah,
mind?
man, I had a lot to say about that Deontay Wilder and Fury situation.
Okay.
You know how you say with some blood on his wrist.
Right.
Is also another video where you already know about Young Pharaoh.
Mm.
He recently just posted more evidence of his knuckle having blood on it.
Wow.
At the end of the fight.
Wow.
So I'm like, whoa, that's even more evidence that you just can't deny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's absolutely no reason for your knuckle to have any stains on it.
Right. So how do you explain that? How do you explain blood getting inside of his glove and stuff like that?
And see, these are the things that people will see this and see it. And is there any stains on the right hand in those pictures?
No, not at all.
And it's not a coincidence, right? One time is a coincidence. 2 times, no, it's not a coincidence. You meant to do that, right?
Right, and it's like repetitive history with that left hand.
Right. So I mean, listen, we know what it is, and again, I continue to say this: did it have an effect on the win and the loss column? We'll never know.
Exactly.
Right, but the facts
and
remain. Right.
That's why I'm glad you brought up. You're not being emotional about the situation. You even asked your son. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, I asked my daughter. Listen, I 3 out of my 4 daughters, they watch sports. I asked my daughter that don't watch sports. She's 21 years old. 21, right? I asked her, I said, hey, look at this. And I caught her off guard when I did it, right? I caught her when she was on the phone and she was doing her homework. And I said, look at this video. And she looked at the video and she's like, hey, what's wrong with that guy's glove? I didn't point it out. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not coming from a place of, like I said, I'm detached emotion and everything. I just want to show people and just say, hey, what's wrong with, this? And immediately somebody, as you show somebody, and the first thing they say is, hey, what's wrong with his glove? That looks, it looks comical. It almost looks like if he said my glove got loose and it was coming off, I would just accept that.
And look, check it out.
And hold on one second before you cook. Salute to Dwayne Yosef in the super chat. He said, I just want to salute you for the work you do, bringing us that exclusive content and asking questions and interviews that others wouldn't. Salute and shalom. Salute, peace and blessings to you, King. Dwayne Yosef, salute in the super chat. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, man. It's also parts through the fight where you could see him manipulating his glove, kind of like pushing it with his other hand. With the right hand, he's pushing it in order to put his fist back inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So these are parts we all gotta rewatch the fight as many times as we got to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To see all of this evidence is right there in front of our eyes, but that's how you hide things best, right in front of our eyes.
Exactly. The best way to hide stuff is in plain sight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all I had to pretty much say, man. Thank you for giving me time to cook.
Oh, definitely. Anytime, King. And don't be a stranger.
Appreciate
you. Yeah, so, it's just like, like Roy Jones. If y'all wanted to see me be emotional about something, Roy Jones losing to Tarver 1, the 49ers. You want to see me be a fan about something? The 49ers losing? Roy Jones. If you saw me then, that's when you would have seen me emotional. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yellow.
What's goody? What's goody?
What's goody? What's goody?
There ain't nothing, man. Just a squirrel in your world.
Yeah, man. This is Brooklyn Blackheart.
Salute. BK in the building. What's good?
Yeah, everything good, man. Yeah,
yes.
I wanted to ask you, being that Tyson Fury cheated in the Klitschko fight, I mean, he was dirty, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, he after the fight he got suspended for testing positive.
So what did they do? Did they let him be champion? Did he have
What?
to
No, he was stripped of the belts. Remember, that's how Joshua got the belts.
exactly?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So do you feel like WBC is trying to cover for him right now? Because they wasn't giving Wilder a lot of play as a champion. I mean, he did a lot. They
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about him in the pound for pound discussion either. And I don't even understand that.
Well, you see, I contacted the WBC, and so that post that was put out there that Mauricio Suleiman was saying this and quote unquote that was all fake. That was somebody else made that up. So
Okay.
but I will say this: the WBC is doing their due diligence. You know, I spoke to a few people from the WBC now, reached out, and they're doing their due diligence, and they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's.
Thank you.
They looking at the situation, and obviously they're not going to do it live on live stream and things of that nature. They're going to handle it different. So, uh, uh, um, you know, but they're aware of the glove situation.
Right.
They're aware of everything that's being placed on the table, and to my knowledge, they're doing their homework and their research. And uh, what I was told, they were in contact with Wilder as well. So I don't know that to be. I can't confirm that or not, but this is what I was told. So
Another thing I wanted to touch with you was this is kind of funny though. The whole Larry Merchant and the black what did he say? The black hole.
yeah, he said that Deontay Wilder was the last black hope.
Well, this is so oxymoronic because there's no such thing as a black hole in sports. We dominate sports. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's just hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Well, what he did was he tried to say the American heavyweight. We read through the through the lines,
Right, right. But
but
this is why he got fired anyway, because he started getting really corny.
mm-hmm,
And
right.
somebody needs to shout out to Max and let them know that route is just the dead end route right there. You know what I mean? You gotta have your own brain, you gotta have your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just be a tool to the establishment, man. Big shout out to you guys.
Yeah,
You know,
appreciate you,
doing your
kid.
thing and being diligent for this blood sport. You know, this is life is good.
Right.
I really like Fury, and I really like. Everyone knows that I like Fury and Wilder. Those are the two. Those are my two guys right there. And to see this happen was a real. It was a real, quote black mark in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and
like I said, and I'm gonna say this again, right? If you're not cheating, you're not trying in any sport, right? Because we know this, right? I'm gonna say this too. You wear the gloves that's gonna give you the best advantage to hurt your opponent,
right.
right? Unless you Floyd Mayweather, and then people complained, and still see, even with Floyd Mayweather, remember people complained that he wore orthopedic gloves to protect his hands. So remember people were saying, so his hands are not getting hurt. Remember that?
Right.
So it was said that Floyd Mayweather wore orthopedic gloves that Grant made to protect his hands. And then on the flip side of that, Marcos Maidana used the gloves with the least amount of padding in them so he could have the best effect. So we understand that that everybody wants an advantage. Floyd Mayweather needed to, he wasn't going to go in the fight where his hands is going to be, going to hinder him, right? And so he wanted that advantage where he could continue to hit you and he wouldn't be affected by it. So, everybody's going to do that. But the problem.
Do you?
Go ahead.
Is this like? I mean, all respect due to you. Is this almost like covering for Fury, saying that he's not as strong as? Because
What's covering for him?
I mean, do you think that that Fury wasn't that wrong for doing what he did?
No, no, he's definitely wrong because what he did was you want an advantage within the rules of the sport,
Right.
not an advantage. Once you go outside of the rules of the sport, that's where the problem comes in. So, for instance, you could wear this. That's why you have puncher's gloves and you have boxer's gloves and you got the
You're
orthopedic.
blue.
Uh huh.
You're blue. As
Uh-huh.
a kid, as a child boxing, I knew about that trick.
Right. Right.
I couldn't imagine Fury getting away with that. And in the first fight, when the referee tried to grab his hand, he snatched it back and he cradled his arm like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this guy's glove is loaded. But I was watching that fight for Dono in my crib.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, this guy got a loaded glove or what?
Right.
And then the fight went on, and it was it didn't seem like it didn't seem like he was loaded, but he wasn't putting his foot on the gas either.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't he wasn't sitting on any of his shots, so it didn't really matter. He just added there as a backup plan.
Right.
But this time
You know what it acted as a blinder.
Right.
And so this is what people fail to realize.
It's a confidence booster.
Right. Let me tell you another trick. You do in
Muhammad Ali used to do that same thing.
Right.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. But
Okay.
the thing is, he flipped. His gloves were bigger and they were flappier.
Right.
Muhammad, the gloves were different then. You know what I mean? And the rules of the sport was different, right?
Right.
But when you're in the street, right?
Right.
If you squaring up, right, you always try to blind your opponent so you could get something off that they don't see, right?
Right.
And so if I if you flip something up at somebody, your eye's gonna follow it, and then I could throw a punch and then you don't see it. You understand what I'm saying?
Those hooks and the blood on the wrap, that's the real deal right there. He was getting some bare knuckle.
Yep. You see what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Bogart Styles 11 Hun salute in the super chat. He said, "Blue, don't be discouraged or bullied by old media or even some fighters. We know what we saw and we appreciate you guys keeping the fire on this worldwide lawsuit." Sheeta St. Louis in the building.
Especially in Boston.
Yes, sir. Salute to you. Salute to you. Yeah, we on the grind, man. Y'all know what it is, man. But so if I have my glove on halfway, so see, people say, what advantage did it have? I'm gonna give you an advantage, right? If I'm focused on the object that's sturdy, a sturdy object. Okay, I give people another example. When you sit down and you get dizzy or you get lightheaded or you have anxiety, things of that nature, you know what they teach you? To focus on a solid object. Why? Because the object is not moving. It's not causing your equilibrium to bounce all over the place. Right? There's a reasoning for that. So now, if I have my gloves on and they're sturdy, they're a solid object, right? They're not flipping and flapping all around, all over the place, right? So I can focus on my opponent. Because another thing that people overlook and undervalue is that when you're in a boxing match, right? In the ring, just like any other sport, you see not just your opponent, but you also see the crowd. It's just natural for your eyes to see everything. You're trying to focus on just this. You're trying to lock in and focus on just this one object, just this person, just his gloves, something solid. So you may just look at his gloves just to focus on that. So you don't see the crowd. You don't hear the crowd, right? So what happens is when you're in a fight now, if my glove is able to flip and flap all over the place, that's an object that's not a solid object, right?
It's like a rattlesnake.
Right, it's confusing, right? So
right.
So it's confusing you. So now if I'm flipping it, right, and then you focus on the flipping, you can't right. So now I flip my glove and then I throw a punch behind it. I didn't see it. You understand? It's able to hide the right hand. Salute. Hold on one second, King. Salute to
Right.
Queen 71 in the super chat. She said we can settle this issue right now. All Fury got to do is come out and say he wasn't cheating, but he's strangely silent. The same way Dillian White was after it came out that he was cheating. Yep. Salute to you, Queen. Peace and blessings to you, Queen
Beautiful.
71 in the super chat. Right. So that's what's another thing that's seems to be somewhat eerie is that after such a big win and after doing what you said you was going to do, if I go into a basketball game, if Michael Jordan go into a basketball game and say, or LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, any of these guys, and they say, I'm going to drop 50 tonight, and they drop 50, they're going to let the world know, I told you I was going to drop 50, and I did it.
One more thing, Blue, because I don't want to. I want to hog you up, right?
Okay.
All right. The fact that Wilder chose to put on those extra pounds, I didn't like at all because Wilder at his best is always underweight. He comes in for the stiff run fight. I mean, he went the first stiff run fight. You know, he made it a dog fight, and you have to respect him for the dog fight that he did. Watch that fight again. You know, he wasn't really going for the knockout the whole way, but he was trying to dog him.
Right.
You know, so I mean, every non-boxer could say what a great boxer or what a bum boxer the next guy is, or the guy who stepped in the ring. But all props due to Wilder, man. His accolades is what brought that Ring magazine. It was Wilder that brought that Ring magazine belt to the ring.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So this is why he should be in the powerful pound and should be a lot more respected by us Americans.
Mm-hmm. Just like that's what Steve Cunningham had to say. But I appreciate you calling in, good brother.
And I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the work you're doing. Keep the good work.
I appreciate you, King.
Love.
Peace. Salute to Professor X in the super chat. He said we should subscribe to ESPN and Total and Fox and only support the channel when Deontay Wilder or Errol Spence is fighting, since all of the other fighters refuse to stand up and speak the truth. Salute to you, King. Yeah, and salute to the Queen, Queen 71. I wrenched her up, Queen 71. We wrenched you up, Queen 71. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, man? Zachary Waxaw out of AZ, man. What's up, bro? How you doing, Blue?
Salute, King. I ain't never been to Arizona, man.
It's nice out here, man.
Yeah, I'm making that up, man. I just went to Arizona, when I went to Vegas, but I went to the Grand Canyon.
Oh yeah, that's up north.
Yeah.
Nice
Yo, and I didn't even know that it was a time difference, man. I got thrown off with that time difference because I thought it was still
3 hours. It's 3 hours or 2, depending on your daylight saving time.
Right, and that threw me off all the way, man. Because I'm looking at the time, I'm like, why is the time switching like this? Because I drove from Vegas over to the Grand Canyon, and I drove to I looked at the dam and all of that good stuff. So. You know
right.
What I mean?
Oh yeah. What's that? Hoover Dam?
Yeah, the Hoover Dam. I
nice.
went to the Grand Canyon. Seen a couple of attractions, man. That was my first time driving on the West Coast like that. You know what I mean? But
let me tell you, man.
But go ahead,
from the East Coast and coming out here, ride my motorcycle, man. You can't beat it.
Yeah. It's different, man. It's definitely different.
Oh
man.
Yeah. But the people out here weird as hell.
Yeah, it's the view was all different. And then I got, when I drove up, it was bulls running at me and cows, and I'm like, whoa, man, I'm like, what's going on with this, man? But go ahead, good brother, and cook.
So check this out. There's a couple of things I want to touch on. The first thing, I don't see why all these other black boxers with a voice. If anything, they should be stepping up right now until this is done. They should be like, you know what? We're not supporting Vegas. We're not fighting in Vegas. If it ain't in Brooklyn or somewhere else with a better commission, we're not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised I haven't heard nobody say that yet, because I was watching Young Pharaoh video. Like, I watched yours and his pretty much faithfully, and I seen yesterday when he was showing like the ratings of the athletic commission, and Vegas pretty much had all F.
Right.
So I'm thinking, why don't they step up and be like, hey, well, you know what? We just going to just boycott, not fight in Vegas. We go to the Barclay or wherever else it may be, Staples Center, where they got a better commission until it's sold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the other thing I want to touch on, Wilder. I'm a big fan of Wilder. Love the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I wish him nothing but the best. But one thing I've always said, do I believe he was cheated? Hell yeah, he was cheated. If you were cheated, fuck yeah, he was cheated. Sorry for my language.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing for sure, even though he got into boxing late, I definitely think he should be using this time to become a little bit more well-rounded. Because even though, yes, he has that equalizer, if it doesn't happen or doesn't come, I just think he's a little bit too inactive.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think if somebody just runs from him the entire fight, he's never able to ever connect and get that knockout punch by him sitting back and trying to bait the guy and he never comes in the bait. I just a little bit concerned, you know what I mean, that he may end up going to a decision and lose the decision.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's mainly that, man. But you know, and people asking about saying that do they think that it really affected Fury's punches that it was in the gloves? Hell yeah! If you just wrap your hand up, let's just take a pillow cloth, a pillow clip, wrap your hands up and punch somebody with it, and then take it off and punch them with your fist. It's a difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for people to act like it meant nothing, the thing is, even when he's punching through the glove, he still has his hands wrapped. So that still actually makes it probably a little bit harder than punching with your knuckle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for people that come up with all these excuses saying such and such, I mean, it's not Photoshop. The video ain't Photoshop, first of all. So you can see it right there. So for anybody to say that it's a hoax and all that, they idiots.
Mm-hmm.
So, but outside of that, man, I just want to say, man, keep on pushing, man. I don't get the chance to catch you live like I want to because of my work schedule. I'm always catching the replays late. I'm like,
I appreciate you, King. Yeah, I haven't been too consistent either, man. So it's partially my fault, man. You know what I mean? Like the last 2 days, I didn't get a chance to go live because I had so much going on. You know, but
right.
I'm a manager, man. We're gonna work it out where I get more consistent. My co-host, Kurt Anderson, haven't been on because my times changed. You know,
Right.
so but we're gonna work it out. We're gonna make it happen, man. As you can see, y'all can see I do it in my car and not in the office right now. So, you know, that's
Right.
we got some other things going on, but we're gonna have it all squared away and we're gonna get back on schedule, man, with special
Hey, I
guests.
got one more question for you before I roll too.
Do your thing.
How do you think this with this coronavirus, with the NBA schedules, they cancel the season and the NHL? I think it's going to end up affecting boxing too, man. I think all the matches will get postponed too.
It's already affecting it. From my understanding, this fight with Shakur Stevenson and Miguel Mariaga could be suspended, or it could be still participate, and it could be a situation where there's no crowd, which I don't understand when it comes to the sport of boxing, because the crowd and the fans are what bring the money,
the revenue.
Right. So how do everybody get paid? I know that they get paid ahead of time based off of whatever network, but how does the network get reimbursed?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a sticky one.
Right. So if this fight is taking place, now I don't know how this is gonna work with ESPN, but let's say this was Fox or Showtime, or the network already putting the money ahead, but now how do they get their money back?
Yeah,
if there's no ticket sales, right? And then
they're gonna have to.
And then my thing is this: where do they go moving forward? Because it can't be a pay-per-view event without people in the building.
Right?
Right?
It's gonna be interesting, man.
Right. So then you can't have Fury Wilder 3. That can't take place until this passes. We can't have Spence and Crawford. That can't take place until this happens. And in the sport of boxing, the crowd motivates you too.
Exactly. You hear the cheers, right?
Right.
Any sport, basketball, all that.
And so if you in the ring and you behind or something, what's gonna be your motivation? Your family's not there. It's like being in a sparring session.
Right. Yeah, that's like fighting in the daggone like an alley.
Right. I just can't, I can't see. And two, another thing is, if I'm a young up and coming boxer like Shakur Stevenson, it would affect me. Now, you need people there. Sometimes you get casual people come to events, especially like at Madison Square Garden. because it's the attraction of the building. So sometimes people pass by in Manhattan, if people never been to New York and they don't know, but you pass by the Garden, right? And people just buy tickets just because there's an event going on. They don't even know what's going on inside. You know how many?
Right, they just see people out there.
Yeah, there's so many times people will walk past. What's going on in there? Oh, it's a boxing event. Oh yeah, who's boxing? I tell them, yo, I should get tickets. Your tickets cheap. Just go in. Yeah, I never been in the Garden. They'll get tickets and go in. But if you can't go in, there's no fans, no casuals, right? If I'm watching it just on ESPN, how many times you miss it? You understand what I'm saying? So it's gonna have a huge effect on it, man. A huge effect, man.
Yes, it is, man. Hey, but look, man, I'm gonna let some other callers get through. I ain't gonna hold you up too much, man.
I appreciate
keep pushing,
you
doing the work, man.
Yes, sir.
And when I get back out to New York, man, I'm gonna hit you up.
Yes, sir, for sure. Just inbox me, King. Inbox me on Instagram. All right. Peace, King.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Salute. Peace. Yeah, so I don't know how that's gonna play out. Listen, we got 520 people. Can we get 520 likes? Smash the like button, my peoples. Smash the like button. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, it's good, BD. This is Guillermo from Brooklyn, man.
Salute, King. Salute to Brooklyn, man. BK in the building. What part of BK you from?
I'm Fort Greene, man.
Oh, Fort Greene. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pre-gentrification Fort Greene, man.
Yes, sir. I used to know somebody go to LIU over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to live right next to on a University Tower.
Yeah.
My old spot.
Yeah, for sure. But go ahead and cook, good fella.
Yeah, man. Yo, you brought up a great point with the how they use the gloves to basically blind. Just for all the stupid fans out there who are just blindly supporting Fury, and saying that all that glove tricks doesn't work. Put yourself in a position where you have a dude throwing, punches at whatever the speed rate is, right? For the simple fact that he has extra reach and a distraction. Look what he did in the second fight. Mm-hmm. When he was able to hit and reach, once what's-the-name tried to block it, Wilder tried to block it, he came over with the right, knocked him in the head, equilibrium gone, fight done. Mm-hmm. Wilder can never recover. Mm-hmm. And they had this on the Mayweather channel too, because at first they're trying to disprove guys like you, disprove guys like Young Pharaoh, and the guy proved he was like, yo, look, if I can get that extra reach, first you got to account for it, and then when I use that, I'm gonna come with the right. I already got you. So to me, all this stuff with Fury, and also he had he was dipping his hands in petrol for 5 minutes a day for I don't know how many days before the first fight. If you don't need, why would you put your hand in petrol, which is what the bare knuckle fighters used to do to toughen up their hands and to hide the marks on the skin? Why would you put your hand in petrol if you're not using that to cheat? So we have all this evidence.
And keep in mind,
you got a young fighter that came out and exposed these dudes, because at first they caused all this conspiracy theory. They're not trying to stay away from it. But now, Cunningham came out today and talked about it. Errol Spence posted some stuff on his social media. So all this stuff about Fury being dude, he's a dirty fighter. And the funniest thing is that I actually like Fury more, because I don't like guys who just depend on that one hit or quit type of stuff. I like technical fighters, right? I like guys who move their head, Herman Whitakers, the Floyd Mayweathers.
Me too.
I like the James Tonys before he got fat. I like guys who use technical skill to kind of use their power and use their advantage over the fighter, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, man, what Fury was doing, man, before all this, I used to like Fury a lot, because he's an unorthodox fighter. I like guys who, you look at a guy like Fury, he's 6'9", you think he's going to use his power on you, but he switches up stances. He's constantly throwing a jab coming at you. He's awkward like that. But then when I found out about this cheating thing, I was like, damn, man, you gotta be kidding me. I looked at every angle, man. The dude he's a pure cheater. Then the first fight, then the second fight, man. It's too dirty. So to me, hopefully something happens about this where they investigate this. But again, you got to think about this: the Fury Anthony Joshua fight over in England. If you have London versus Manchester, bro, that is a lot of money. And you already seen that Americans ain't really white Americans, for the most part, ain't really buying with Wilder, which is a disgrace. So they probably seeing more money overseas in London than they are seeing Anthony Joshua Wilder fight here in the States or over there, which is unfortunate. It's disgusting that there's racism that's embedded in the fandom. Look, I like Fury more, but I would never cheer for the Brit over the American. But anyway, to me, I think that there's a few things that Wilder needs to do. One, he needs to improve his footwork. To me, he also has to improve. He has to throw that jab more. The person I wish he would take from would be a guy like Larry Holmes. Because Larry Holmes, when you watch Larry Holmes in his prime using that jab, it was almost like it's the step away, right? He's just stepping away, he's circling you, right? He's not really stalking you, he's kind of just like circling around you, just constantly doing that jab, hitting you, weakening you, and then using the right, then using the combos. Wilder has such a powerful right, but one thing that I'll say that Fury did that was effective is that he disrupts that left coming in, right? Disrupt the left coming in, he can never really set it with the right. So to me, I think that Wilder has to use that jab more effectively. Like, he's trying to use it, but because his stance is really just stagnant, he's reaching over trying to jab with not really moving enough. To me, Larry Holmes, keep them feet moving, just stalk around the dude. If the dude's stalking you, not stalking around the dude. The dude's stalking you, circle him, jab, keep throwing that jab, weaken him, tire him out. And then as you get in, then you can set up left, right, set up the power. Because look, 2 fights he should have lost. Those Ortiz fights, Ortiz was a better boxer, but Ortiz, he got caught. You know what I mean? So to me, I don't think there's a lot you have to change, because you can't really change much before, the summer or whatever. Even though they just said they postponed boxing, so maybe you might have some more time. But you got to watch guys like Larry Holmes move the feet more, use that jab more effectively. And another thing that this is my last answer. I know you got other callers. One thing that they said on that Mayweather channel, do with the dreads, I can't remember his name.
Dewey Cooper.
He was talking basically like Wilder, when they throw the jab, Wilder kind of backs his face away from it, right? Like, he looks away from it, and that's why Fury was able to get that right. Now, one of my favorite fights is James Toney, because he does that, I don't know what you call it, but it's a line thing where you keep your body in line with the fighter, and then you just basically like, I don't say stagnant, but you're basically using the head movement to kind of duck everything and set up the combos and jabs inside and all the hooks. I'm not saying Wilder should do that, but Wilder has to do a better job of facing that jab. You can't be scared of it, because if that right is coming and your head is turned away, you're done, just like what happened in the second fight. So he has to do a better job of anticipating that jab, facing the fire, using that head movement, using the arms, the hands to block it, and then set up the counter. You know what I mean? So I'm not asking to be Mikhail Cotto, but damn, man, you can't look away from the jab, man, because again, you got, dirty fighters like Fury, they're going to set you up, hit you over the head, do the little donkey punch or rabbit punch, whatever the hell they call it. Next thing you know, your equilibrium is off and they're calling up the fight. So that's all I got, man.
I appreciate
salute to you, salute to this channel, man. Y'all doing a great job. Y'all putting fire on these people's asses, man. Salute to you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate you, King.
Peace.
Yeah, Tyson Fury, his dad was a bare knuckle boxer. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes up to 500, man. So yeah, Fury admitted that he was dipping his hands in and we never heard of Tyson Fury having any hand issues. Salute, Dane Watson. We never heard of Fury having any knuckle issues to where he had to toughen up his knuckles for this fight, because from what we understand, Fury knuckles have always been, good. Ty King alive. Somebody dropped the number in the chat room for my brother Ty King alive. The number's changed, Ty King alive. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, bro? You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
What up? This Dion Folks again from Chicago.
My brother Dion Folks, what's good with you, King? How you feeling?
What's good, man? I'm on my way home from work. Just listening to the live.
Yes, sir. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I wanted to talk about
Hey, your phone.
Oh yeah.
Your phone breaking up, King.
Hold on. You can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I was watching Teddy Atlas and the other dude he be talking about Fury has this legacy, how he came back from depression, even though he brought that on himself, talking about Wilder don't have a legacy. He don't have a belt, man. He don't have nothing. Like, what you talking about? He got 10 title defenses, tied with Muhammad Ali, the highest knockout percentage of all time, the hardest punch in boxing history. Just like, just they own propaganda, man. They're trying to change history with you know what I'm saying? They got a narrative that they're trying to paint. So it's like, Wilder got to come back and just destroy. I want him to hurt Fury, man, and make sure the gloves on point. And like the dude was just saying, throw that jab, keep throwing that jab, and you got to move left to right. You got to circle around. There ain't no straightforward boxing or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think he's gonna have to do in the rematch. And they might not ever talk about this glove situation. So Wilder just got to get past that and just move more.
We gonna force that.
And yeah, I mean, it's.
Oh, we lost him. Call back, King. Call back in, King. Got you.
Yeah, all right, I'm back. My bad.
No problem.
But yeah, I don't know. We everybody trying to force it, but they might not ever talk about it. Who knows? But he definitely was fighting illegal. But it's still, Wilder can still be here, man. You know what I'm saying? All that he was all in the back of the head hits too. Every time he hit him with the jab, and he'll palm his head and throw that right to the back of the head. He kept doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So but the thing is, I was saying you gotta throw more jabs and move left to right, circle around him. As far as that fight goes. But as far as Crawford and Errol Spence, I think Spence need to try to fight Keith Thurman. Get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? Since Keith Thurman trying to come back, he ain't at his top. And like Manny Pacquiao trying to fight Spence now because he feel like he not the same to the cards today. It's just weak. You know what I'm saying? Like I see straight through that. You think you got an advantage now. So I think Spence needs to go after Thurman. That's a good fight. And Crawford needs to go after Pacquiao. Call him out, you know what I'm saying? That's his belt. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Because Pacquiao, he cool, but even in that Keith Thurman fight, it was no drug testing. So he was doing a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But he still won the fight. But he needs to give Crawford, try to get his belt back from Crawford. He ain't even trying to get that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's just my take on it.
I think that that Errol, you know, more than likely gonna fight more than likely he's gonna fight Danny Garcia.
Spence.
Yeah. And then like you said, Pacquiao, you know, but I believe they're holding Pacquiao off, take the Mikey Garcia fight. We got to see what Errol Spence looks like before, you know, before they go into a fight of that magnitude.
Yeah.
And then, you know, see how Errol looked in the fight with Danny Garcia. And then you go into that fight with Manny Pacquiao, and you got to sell it because that's a big fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So you gotta, you know, you sell that fight, you know, but we got to see Errol in the ring, you know. So we don't want to see him in there with Sergey Lipinets, you know what I mean? But we don't want to see him in there, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure business wise, you secure the bag and make sure that we all assume that we're going to get the same version of Errol Spence that we got versus Sean Porter and Mikey Garcia. But we must see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, with that said, you know, we need to see how Errol Spence, you know, reacts to coming off of this situation. And Danny Garcia, and again, I can't say this enough, it's no disrespect to Danny Garcia, but he's the perfect fighter because he's flat-footed. He don't have too many special effects, but he's a very, very good fighter, right? Ex-champion and all of that. So, you know, that's the perfect fight to see if Errol Spence is still Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Because,
I agree.
Right, because hold on one second, King. Hey man, why y'all keep blocking Olivia? I don't know what's going on in the chat, man. But you know, that's the perfect
comeback fight.
Right. You know what I mean? So as far as Keith Thurman is not going to text it's not going to be Errol Spence. He's not going to take an Errol Spence fight.
What you think about that Spence and Broner fight though?
That's not going to happen.
No, I think Broner beat him too.
Yeah, Spence and Broner. You think Adrian Broner beat Errol Spence?
No, Keith Thurman.
Oh, Thurman and Broner.
Thurman and Broner. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that.
I like that matchup too.
I like that. I like Keith Thurman and Adrian Broner fight because we don't know what we're gonna get from Keith Thurman, and we don't know if Adrian Broner is gonna let his hands go.
Right. I think he'll feel a little more confident too against Keith Thurman.
Right.
And then like Thurman, he don't got the same power he used to, man. Right. And Broner got a lot of dexterity. Like he could take a lot. You know, he's solid.
Yeah. And the thing is, with Keith Thurman is not that he don't have the power he didn't used to have. It's the Keith Thurman stepped up his opponent, the level of opponent, and so you saw his power. It is what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know, the level of opponent went up. And so now, since the level of opponent went up, it seems like his power went down. But, you know, when you step up in opponents, man, they're not going to just go down just because you got a power, because, you know, they got a drive too. They got a future too. So it's different when you step up in opponents. Yep.
Yep, I agree with that, man.
Yes, sir. But I appreciate you calling in, King.
Yeah, for sure. Good chopping it up with you, man. They got me all the way to the crib.
Yes, sir. You already know. Appreciate you, King.
All right, for sure.
Salute. Oh, let me get my brother Ty King alive back on the line, man, because he just called in. My brother Ty King alive, man.
Peace.
Ty King?
Yes, sir.
Peace, King.
What's the deal, baby boy?
I'm trying to be like you, man. You already know.
Oh, man, you know, sitting back like Jack, man, at work, man, grinding, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You already know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
hey, listen.
I switched the number,
I ain't chopped it up with you in a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I said, let me try to get through, grace my presence, you know, to the LDBC, man, chop it up. Hey, listen, man, they wildin' with this, you know, canceling every game, March Madness, boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I tell everybody, listen, we the original people. Everything came from us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Anything else outside of that has been mixed, diluted, and tampered with.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, anything kind of get weak. Everybody would shake my hand no more. And I said, listen, once this virus scares over, don't shake my hand, because that means your handshake wasn't matching your smile anyway.
Right. Sure.
Facts, man. You know, just go shake my hand. Don't pound me, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you pounding me, that means, you know, use a fake. I ain't got time for that.
Right.
I'm go Brownsville, you know, I'm different.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm in Philly now, but you know, everybody know where I'm from.
Yes, sir.
Saratoga, Southern.
Yes, sir.
You know, when next time you coming through, man?
I'll probably be, well, with all this going on, man, because I was trying to make my way up to Philly to hit up Jerron Ennis training camp and things of that nature. So
okay,
depending on how all this unfolds, man, you know, because I was supposed to go down to the DMV too in Baltimore, but,
right?
You know what I mean? But hopefully, man, everything, you know, clear up, and then I'm gonna start making my way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just got you know, I moved into the new house, so I just got the furniture.
Yeah.
Bought the bar stock.
Oh, we coming up there. Me and my
brother.
I'm
my housewarming in May.
Oh, what?
So you know, yeah. I'm gonna let Life hit you up.
Yeah.
Let you know exact date.
Okay.
And you and Red come through. Hey, listen. I got if you need, you know, the camera is my wife's. That's her people. That's her family.
Oh, word?
So if you need exclusive, let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we get Nate on the line. That's easy. That's easy.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to him all the time. Talk to Nate all the time.
Yeah. Let's make that happen, because I want to get his take on this.
Yeah. You know, Nate was. Yeah, he was on the stage. Drew just had Fearless Freddy on his joint today.
Right.
Yeah. People forgot about Fearless Freddy.
Yeah,
not
for sure.
Mayweather, not Roger out in 6 rounds. People forgot he got busy, man. You know what I mean? So he gave us some good content and some theory on this club gate and all that.
Right.
And, you know, he just dropping a lot of jewels. So, you know, that's what's up.
For sure.
I appreciate you for that one. You know what I mean? So when you and Kirk get back together, when we go start cooking again?
I'm gonna start trying to get it good going on Monday, man.
Okay.
Because it's me. I've been on schedule, so
right.
You know, but on Monday, man, that's why I'm. You see me, I'm in the car and all that, but
right.
I'm gonna try to get it back going on Monday.
Okay, cool. That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
Well, you got my number, man. I ain't gonna hold the line up. Everybody getting chopping up with you, man. You got my number. So, you know, just lock that in and just hit me up on the text or something. Yo, this is Blue.
Okay.
And I'm going to lock you in, man. But, yeah, like I said, you want to get with that Nate Campbell exclusive, I got you. That's light.
All right,
and it is exclusive because, you know, I grew up with all the rappers. That's what I'm telling him, right? You know, he used to have my cousin Cool B on his channel. He's like, oh, I ain't, you know, Cool B had to let him know. That's my cousin. That's my first cousin. So, yeah, we... You know, we tell him, Rick, anytime you need an exclusive, man, and you need whoever, you know. Yeah. You know, I grew up with everybody, so
for sure.
We're all family, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So yeah, listen, man, hit me up on the light text. You know, I'll lock you in,
All right,
and I'm
King.
gonna let wife know. I'll hit you up and let you know we had a housewarming.
Yeah.
Start, man, we're gonna do whatever, show up or show out. You know what I
All
mean?
right, for sure, King. Yeah. So me and Rec, we come up there.
For sure.
You already know.
All right, one love,
All
baby.
right, salute, King.
Peace.
Peace. So yeah, man. Morgan Bird, salute. So we gonna make it happen, man. You understand me? I personally don't understand, how they gonna go about this, as far as having sporting events, without no crowd as far as boxing goes. You understand what I'm saying? That's gonna be tough to do, man. That's gonna be tough to do. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name Greg, from Maryland.
Salute to the DMV,
Man, I just
man.
want to talk about the Wilder thing.
Yes, sir. Do your thing.
I was thinking about, you know how he having trouble with that jab.
Right.
I was thinking maybe he should move his hands more. You know how Tyson in amateur fights used to move his hands, or how Holyfield closed that gap and always moving his hands before he getting your shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't see him really doing that. He's shorter. He can get in there like that. You know how you wasn't old amateur Tyson fighter, even Holyfield did a lot. So before forming that.
Hey, you breaking up, King?
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, it's just it seems like those guys, they heavyweights too, and they move their gloves a lot more. They more active with their gloves before they come on a taller fighter, because they don't know what hand they're gonna leave. And Wilder is so stiff. It looked like he never used the jump rope either. And it seemed like he had better footing. It don't necessarily mean he got to bounce around like Sugar Ray Leonard, but if he jumped on that jump rope a little bit better and move his hands more, it seemed like it would keep him from getting hit so much, and it would keep his opponent kind of confused. In his footwork, he could move to the side and roll and shit like that. But now he really can't do it. He's just a sitting target.
Mm-hmm.
In the first fight, he looked better. The second fight, he was just stuck. And I think if he use a jump rope, and if he move his hands more often, he can get inside that gap. That's all I really got to say. But I don't really see nobody talking about it. But when I watch the older heavyweights that are shorter than their opponent, gloves is always moving.
Yeah, stay active.
Yeah.
Because
you don't have to be a bouncer.
Because they're punching down, so you want to stay active, so make them hesitant.
Yeah.
That's
all I gotta say, bro.
I appreciate you, good brother.
Okay.
Peace. So I understand where he coming from with that. Stay active, stay busy, right? So that way, Fury is hesitant to let his hands go, because Fury is trying to punch down, right? It's like Wilder and Ortiz in reverse. When Wilder fought Luis Ortiz was very busy and made Wilder hesitant, right? So he wasn't throwing many punches. So he was just, more stagnant, right? And so Ortiz was jabbing, keeping him busy, but because Wilder got the equalizer, one opening, and bang, so we understand what happens with that, but I appreciate y'all, man, coming in today, man, supporting your boy Blue, man, on the grind, man. Y'all know the grind don't stop. As far as the fights go, and the events being canceled, and all of this stuff that's taking place, man, it's alarming, man, because how you gonna have a boxing match? See, now you could do that with basketball game, right? It's still gonna be airy if you're in the arena of a basketball game, because it's gonna be very, very quiet. And I don't know how they're gonna to air a basketball game, with no crowd, because now you can hear everything the players are saying, and that's not always a good thing, right? Especially for network TV. Then on the flip side of that, right, you get a situation where in boxing, you need the audience, you need the crowd to buy tickets, purchase tickets. That's where you pick up your money from. So how are they going to make revenue? How are you going to accumulate revenue without a crowd, without people, right? I don't understand how that's gonna work. So overall, man, this is having definitely gonna have a negative effect on the sporting world, especially here in the States. And uh 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 you know and it's alarming, man. Prince of Power salute in the super chat. He said keep smashing 100%. Salute. Appreciate you, King. Chantel Hill, salute. Man, I got it's annoying me right here, man. So, at the end of the day, man, I want to wish everybody blessings, man, on moving forward and everything, man, that everybody's doing today. Boxing Truth Serum, salute. What's good with you? Because this is a trying time, man. This is we're gonna be tested. You understand what I'm saying? And the sporting world, man, we lose in what takes us away from reality for a moment. You understand? Like I told y'all, man, people don't like the truth. We like fiction because it removes it removes your mindset from reality. You understand what I'm saying? And when you can escape reality for a little while, it's refreshing. You understand? That's what sports does for us. Sports allow us to separate ourselves from reality. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, nobody even dropped anything remotely about what's next for Spence and Crawford. We heard a couple of people come in and talk about Spence Crawford and what could possibly be next, so on and so forth. I believe it's going to be Errol Spence and Danny Garcia, and I think that the question mark is where Terrence Crawford is going to go from here. I think that Terrence Crawford should definitely look into Cal Brook. The two opponents for Terrence Crawford, in my opinion, Carl Littlevoice, salute. For Terrence Crawford, in my opinion, should be two opponents and two opponents only. If I'm Terrence Crawford, that should be Cal Brook, or it should be Sean Porter. If I was Terrence Crawford, I'm not accepting nothing else but Cal Brook and Sean Porter. If it's not one of those two, I don't want it. If I'm Terrence Crawford, you see what I'm saying? I'm Terrence Crawford, man. I need Cal Brook or I need Sean Porter. Anything else after that, I'm not accepting. I like Ugas too. You right. I like Ugas. So you right. So I'm gonna make it 3. Dane Watson, salute. Austin Trout, nah. Money J 97, salute. If Austin Trout, nah. That does nothing for Terrence Crawford. Austin Trout does nothing for Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford beating Austin Trout. Austin Trout is, people gonna say he dropped down the weight. He campaigned at 154, 160 pounds. Majority of his career, now he coming down to 47. Terrence Crawford beat him. Everybody gonna say he was drained, weight drained. It does nothing for him. It does absolutely nothing for him, in my opinion. So I like Ugas, your Danis Ugas fight. I like that a lot. Actually, that would be my number 1 fight. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, he already moved down to 47, Austin Trout, but it does nothing for Terrence Crawford. It does nothing. It's nothing different. Him fighting Austin Trout does him no. It doesn't benefit him no different from him fighting Jeff Horn, Benavidez, Mean Machine, and Amir Khan. Nobody looks at Austin Trout as a serious contender or anything of that nature at this point in time in his career. Keith Thurman is not going to fight him, so it's pointless. Keith Thurman don't want no parts of Terrence Crawford. But your Danis Ugas, that's perfect. I would go Ugas, Sean Porter, or Sean Porter, Ugas, and Cal Brook. Those are the 3 names that, if I'm Terrence Crawford, those 3 names, I'm telling Bob Arrow. Listen, these are the 3 names I want. Give me these 3 names. I don't want to hear nobody else's name come across my desk. The Rated Scholar, salute. Real Boxing News, salute. Mikey Garcia versus Danny or Amir Khan be great. No, Mikey Garcia is going to fight Manny Pacquiao, and he's going to lose. LJ Fighter, salute. He said Spence Crawford now. No, it's not. for one, Spence Crawford now is not realistic. For two, financially and business wise, it don't make sense because coming off the odds, it's just too much. We don't know what Errol Spence is going to be, so you don't want to business wise from a businessman. No way, I'm making Errol Spence Terrence Crawford right now. No way. Errol Spence has to reestablish himself. There's a lot of people that believe Errol Spence is not going to be the same, but there's a lot of boxing pundits that feel that way. So Errol Spence have to, show that he's still Errol Spence. He's still who we thought he is. He didn't lose, but just physically, we need to make sure that he's still who we know he is to be. And then you go into a fight of that magnitude. You don't go into a fight of that magnitude with question marks. No way. Especially not business-wise. It makes no sense business-wise. It makes zero sense. My daughters. It makes no sense business-wise. None. So I would go Yordenis Ugas, Sean Porter. Sean Porter is the perfect opponent. I don't even know why that's even a topic. I mean, I don't even know why it goes past Sean Porter. It should be Sean Porter, and more Sean Porter. Period. Period. Point blank and period, man. If I'm Terrence Crawford, I'm like, listen, Sean Porter's number one. Make it happen. Do what you got to do. And if for whatever reason Sean Porter don't come around, then if for whatever reason Sean Porter chooses not to come around, then that's a different story. You understand what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. But listen, I'm about to get up out of here. Salute to y'all, man. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV, man. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Road. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all, man. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to get a special guest on the show, man. Tomorrow, same time, man. 4 o'clock. Salute to y'all, man. Peace and blessings. Said Vince Carter announced his retirement. Man, that's a bad way to go, bro. With the season ending, he couldn't even get a full season in his last season. Man. Yeah, Jupiter B, I could do that. I could do that. I just might do that, bro. Jupiter B, I might just do that, my guy, for you. Salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know it is your boy Blue. I'm going, man. Peace and blessings to y'all. Get your greens in every morning. Every morning, man. Get your greens in. And get your gallon of water in, man. You see that? This is my second one, and it's almost gone. And it's only 6 o'clock here on the East Coast. This is almost gone, man. I got 6 more hours. Y'all hear it? It's almost empty, man. Boxing Good, salute. It's almost empty. You see what I'm saying? So I'm back on the grind, man. Working out, doing my cardio, fasted cardio, meaning I do my cardio in the morning before I eat or do anything. Get your greens in, do your cardio, get your water in, man. So salute to y'all, man. Peace and blessings to y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, man. We out, man. Peace.